We'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. I am Erin Tafoya. I'm the Marketing and Communications Director here at Pueblo Community College, and what an honor it is to be with all you to celebrate the opening of this wonderful facility called the Nursing and Allied Health Teaching and Learning Center. It's quite a day. We're very, very excited. We're so happy to have you here to be part of our celebration. It's quite a moment for Pueblo Community College, and we're just happy that you've been here to learn all about this great facility. One of the facets before we actually start the ceremony is I want to talk a little bit about our Human Anatomy Lab, our Human Anatomy Learning Center, that is actually located on our Pueblo campus. When we decided to renovate this entire tower, we wanted to bring most of our allied health programs into this facility, including our radiologic technology classes into this building as well. And they occupied a complex on our campus called the Health Annex, which is a small building on the north end of the campus. So in order to bring them here, we decided to take our human cadavers and renovate that annex so that we had this amazing learning experience called the Human Anatomy Learning Center. So I'll go ahead and we'll play a video real quick so you can learn all about that. Because of the donations of our donors, and particularly from the El Palmar Foundation, we were able to renovate that facility and make this great learning space. So here's the video.
This facility is a phenomenal marketing tool for PCC because it is so unique. There is nothing like this that I know of anywhere in Colorado. What this facility enables is a clear visual of anatomy.
This program has many different tools for learning. We have the models, we have anatomy in clay, we also have the cadavers and 2 anatomage tables.
I know that we are the first college in Colorado to have an anatomage table.
The anatomage tables are very unique because it's like having a 3D version of our cadavers. So instead of having to lift and move layers of tissue away by hand on the anatomage table, we can touch and remove things very simply with one swipe of a finger. You can zoom in on something that you can't see normally on the cadaver, such as nerves, veins, arteries.
I really don't know how many colleges and universities have put the cadaver studies and the anatomage table together. What you don't see with the anatomage table is the fascia and the connective tissue that surrounds every organ. So you get to see that on the cadaver, but then you have the maneuverability of the anatomage table.
But also with the cadaver room, it's a negative pressure, therefore we don't get the formaldehyde smell out in the learning area or the classroom. If you're going to a traditional college or outside of our area, you're not going to get that one-on-one that you really want to get here. We have smaller class sizes, therefore you get a lot more attention in these classes than you would anywhere else.
The mission of the lab is to help students to make anatomy make sense. This unique design is really for student-centered, hands-on, collaborative anatomy exploration. It's just so unique.
Thank you, and thank you to Lynn Ross and Brandy Halverson for helping us with that. It's just one of the many fabulous things we do here at PCC to help with student learning. So to talk a little bit more about this facility and everything that we've been able to do here at St. Mary Corwin with this tower, I'd like to introduce Eva Tapia, who is the director of our simulation center, who was really one of the key person that came up with the ideas that we've now see today here at the tower.
Hello, everyone. I know I took some of you to a tour, and hopefully some of you will be able to do a tour after we're done as well. As Erin said, my name is Eva Tapia. I've been with PCC for 22 years. Primarily, I've been with the nursing program, and in 2015, I moved over to healthcare simulation. So that is really my love, is simulation. So I was asked to give you just a brief where we were then and where we are now. So before 2010, the nursing program decided, and we had been doing it, was simulation. And what does that mean? Simulation means that we get a very high-tech mannequin and we program it through software to have a heart attack or to birth a baby or to have congestive heart failure. Our students then come in and they are the nurse, which is a little bit scary for them, but it's a very safe, great learning environment. Just like Lynn was talking about the anatomy lab, the students are there, they're doing, I have a little quote that I say, let them learn on their feet, not in their seat. So we think that simulation, the evolving part of simulation for all of our programs is growing. So prior to 2010, we were doing simulation in this very small lab, about 15 by 15. We had one mannequin, one bed, and the tech was behind a little cloth privacy screen. Not conducive for having this experience be for multiple students, which is really what we wanted to do. In nursing, simulation is so high-tech and so perfect for clinical experience that it can be used for clinical experience. So we wanted to expand that, as all the other nursing programs in the country were doing. But we weren't going to be able to do it in this 15 by 15 lab. So I sort of walked around the hospitals, as people were used to me doing at the time, and our hospitals were growing, right? St. Mary Corwin had moved over to the West Tower, and so I went to 4100, those of you who know this hospital, and it was extended care. So I went to the nurse educator, Teresa Wright, some of you may know her, and I said, Teresa, can I get maybe 2 or 3 rooms? That's all I really wanted. I didn't even envision what is going on right now. She came back to me and she said, oh, we don't really know what we're doing with that, but do you want to consider the 6th floor? The 6th floor was the old ortho unit and it was being used for storage. So as we had talks, Teresa talked to her boss, and I talked to my boss, and it ended up with an educational MOU collaborative. So we then went on to 6400. We built our simulation center. A lot of the equipment was built through grant funding, federal grant funding, and we shared that space with St. Mary Corwin. So they really enjoyed what we were doing. We were enjoying that they were around giving us our expertise. So as we were doing that, Dr. Javik said, well, you know, this is great, but how can we bring other programs into this? How can we bring simulation into as many health programs as we can? So little did we know that that vision was actually an education pedagogy that was just emerging, and that's interprofessional education. So we tend to work in silos, as we all do, but in education, I teach the nursing students, somebody teaches the respiratory students. We all work in these silos. But simulation could be brought into all of these areas. In that early time, we brought in paramedics, we brought in rad tech, we brought in respiratory, and we still bring in dental hygiene students. People ask me, what do dental hygiene students do in the hospital? But we do, because that is that collaborative education that we can give to our students. So that makes sense, right? Because our students are going to graduate, and are they just going to work with nurses or just work with respiratory therapists? No, they're going to work in collaborative care. And that's really what we wanted to do. So as things have evolved over time, now that we have this teaching learning center, our students can have lunch with other students. They can talk about their courses. Our faculty can collaborate with other healthcare faculty, and we can ask them, hey, can you come to my class and lecture on something that is not within my area, and that is your expertise. What a great way for our students to learn, and what a great way for our faculty to also collaborate and be part of this new educational pedagogy of interprofessional education. Well, what does it mean here, though? As I told you, we had this tiny little lab. I couldn't grow simulation. But now, those of you who are going to go to the simulation lab, and obviously you see our huge nursing lab, we can now increase the number of students we have. We have room. We have space. We have the education process for our students to learn from this space. Sometimes when I have first-year students, it's the first time they ever heard rapid response, code blue. And it's so great because they come to us and say, what does that mean? What will that mean for me when I'm in the hospital? So we appreciate that they are all learning from each other. So I can say over the last 3 to 5 years, the majority of our programs have actually grown exponentially. And isn't that what Pueblo needs? That's what our community needs. We don't need those that are near retirement. We need these young students who are back here, staying in the back. We need these young students to be out there staffing our hospitals and taking care of all of you. But we also need to give them that great education that makes them great caregivers. So as we looked, this vision that happened back in 2010 has now become the Teaching Learning Center here through this last collaborative with St. Mary Corwin Centura Hospital. So I have to say, on behalf of myself and on behalf of the 10 programs that are currently here at the TLC, thank you, Dr. Javik. Thank you, Mike Cafasso, for being there and allowing us to have this education of interprofessional education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eva. She is an amazing person. I would now like to bring up the CEO of St. Mary Corwin and our friend, Mike Cafasso.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you all. What a tremendous turnout. This is incredible. We were here few years back, and a handful of people here listening to the original vision. But what you see here today is the spirit of Pueblo alive and well. Coming together, 2 institutions in the community combined, 230 years of experience of caring and educating and providing educational opportunities for this wonderful community. And to work together in a creative, innovative way to take this space, which was available, no longer needed as we moved over to the West Tower. Pretty impressive space and the work that they've done. So congratulations, Patty, to you and your team for taking a beautiful idea and turning it into something even better. This nursing, yes, you bet. This Nursing and Allied Health Teaching and Learning Center represents what the future can and will look like for our educational opportunities for the healthcare world, producing a qualified, productive, well-educated, frankly well-paid, real-life experience workforce into the future. Again, congratulations to the Pueblo Community College and the work. It's been our pleasure to work with you and to see this wonderful, and we're only partway there. So thank you all for being here. And again, I'll look forward to seeing you around. And to the students, for sure, we'll see you around. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. It's now my pleasure to introduce Garrison Ortiz. He is our county commissioner and also on the board for our community college system. Garrison.
Thank you, Erin, and thank you to everyone for being here this afternoon. I can tell you that I've been to several PCC events throughout the years, and I don't think I've ever been, as an alum of PCC myself, I don't think I've been a prouder Panther than I am today. So just please give everyone a big round of applause. The public and private funds that have been poured into this project will not only help PCC expand its offerings in the healthcare sciences, but it will also provide a very much needed stimulus and help revitalize the Lake Avenue area. For years, the Pueblo Urban Renewal Authority, the City of Pueblo, the County of Pueblo have all strived to bring a major capital project here in hopes of stimulating additional economic development. As a county commissioner and a previous PURA board member, I am so proud to see so many stakeholders come together and rally around St. Mary Corwin and PCC to make a project of this scale happen in the Lake Minnequa area. And as a board member for the State Board of Community Colleges and Occupational Education, I am so proud of the public-private partnership that Patty and her team have struck to elevate the college and its programs in such a unique way. This project is a shining and lasting example of how public funding, private infrastructure, and higher education can all come together to benefit students, patients, businesses, and neighbors alike. Many of us here continuously strive to make our respective organizations unique and coveted well beyond the county line. The TLC that we celebrate today will instantly make Pueblo Community College a national leader in providing the best value and educational experience for students seeking to become healthcare professionals. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to all of the folks that have pulled together to make this special project possible. Thank you for being here today.
And thank you to the county commissioners who also helped with this project as well, of course. Now I'd like to bring up a student. His name is Jason Carter. He's in our Surge Tech program, and he's going to say a few words. Jason? Oh, here he comes.
Hello, everyone. Please let me share with everyone here what a great honor it is for me to be standing here in front of you today, alongside so many great and respected people. As introduced, my name is Jason Carter. I'm a proud member of cohort number 8 inside the Surgical Technology program, and soon to be class of 2023 graduate with honors. Thank you. I cannot thank Surgical Technology Program Director Diana Montoya enough for all that she has done for me. Throughout tireless hours of education, direction, and mentorship, she has shaped me into an individual ready to take on one of the most stressful occupations in the world. She done this not only through strategically planned lesson plans with Professors Nadine LaForme and Josh Strong. She done it with the aid of this amazing learning center. The ability to acquire a medical education in a setting like this has put me in what I feel is a huge advantage over those who are not as equally as blessed. The mental realization of what I had that first day in August of 2021 when I started this program is something that I will never forget. I pulled into the student parking lot and I seen this huge hospital. Walking up, I was in total awe. Then, when I walked through the doors and I heard the actual real sounds of a functioning hospital, and I seen the various medical staff going about doing their respected professions, I felt like I must have had a smile on my face equal to that of a 6-year-old child walking in through the gates of Disney for their first time. When those doors closed on the elevator to take me to the 6th floor, I literally said out loud, "This is going to be amazing." Now standing here in front of you in 2023, I have to tell you, it was way more than amazing. I learned my respected profession in an environment where I will actually be employed. I was not stuck in a classroom, distracted from hearing my instructor's lectures by the sounds coming across the hallway from a woodshop class going on. I did not have to sit in the back of a classroom and tell myself mentally, just make it through 2 more semesters. The time to be at the hospital is right around the corner. Only then to probably show up with fear and intimidation pouring off of me in front of everyone that I would soon meet. No, I was enjoying experiences from real OR personnel coming into my classroom. People like Eric and Kathy from here at St. Mary Corwin Hospital, coming to share with us as students firsthand experiences in the operating room, answer our questions, and not only that, but allowing us as first-year students to come down to the operating room to actually see a true surgical procedure performed in real time. The surprises did not stop there. We also had visits from various products reps who would come onto our floor to do demonstrations and teach us the different prosthetics that they provided. We were literally learning how to do total knee replacements, total hip replacements. In our lab room, from these same people that contract with the hospital for their supplies. I mean, how cool is that? My appreciation of what it must have taken to make something like the Teaching and Learning Center happen, words cannot describe it. The environment definitely sets the tone of what is to be expected, and it prepares you for what you are about to become. I will forever be grateful for experiencing this unique type of learning environment while attending Pueblo Community College. And I will take with it the feeling of confidence, knowing that I am going to succeed in my profession because I was educated in a hospital to work in a hospital. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Jason, and that's why we do what we do. So thank you so much. It is now my honor to introduce our president, Dr. Patty Erjavec.
So am I proud? You bet. I'm proud of Jason, and I'm proud of all these students, and I'm proud of the faculty and staff who have come together to make sure that our students have the very best learning experience they possibly can. And I always tell them, and look at this face, because one day you're going to be taking care of me. So I want them to be well prepared. And they are. And the team that we have here at PCC has come together and worked tirelessly to make this happen. But you know what? There are 82 heroes, 82 people that gave of their treasures and their support and their confidence in us so that we could make this a reality for our students, for Jason and the other 5,000 students that we have at PCC. Am I proud? You darn right. And I really want to express sincere appreciation to each one of you for the role that you've played, whether you're a faculty, a staff, a community member, a donor, the foundation, the system. There are so many people for us to be grateful for. But you know, that's what Pueblo is all about, right? We come together and we support each other. We know that we're living in a community where there's an aging population. We know that there's a huge healthcare shortage, not only in nursing, but in all of the allied health professions. And so what are we going to do about it? We are going to create a state-of-the-art teaching and learning center so that our community can continue to grow, so that the Bessemer community can continue to thrive, and that we as Puebloans in Southern Colorado can make sure that we have the very best life possible. So, yep, I'm proud. I'm pretty proud. So If you're a student here, I want you to raise your hand and wave really high, because this is what we're doing this for, all of our students. And if you're smart, you'll go up and introduce yourself to them and tell them, remember my face, because they will be taking care of you. And they will do a darn good job. So the name of this tower is the Mary Jane Volker Tower. And this tower has a very special meaning because, yes, we did raise the funds to create this environment. But Mary Jane Volker has ensured that this environment, this teaching and learning center, will go on in perpetuity for decades, centuries to come. She has bequeathed us funds that will take care of scholarships for students. So we have the financial resources to support our students, and funds to make sure that if there's something that happens to the real estate itself, if a elevator goes out or the heating goes out, which we've had a few of those situations, right? We're going to be okay. This is not a state-owned facility. It's a private facility. It's our responsibility. It's Pueblo's responsibility to make sure that it continues to thrive for years and years to come. So on behalf of the administration, the faculty and staff, thank you, Pueblo, for believing in us. Thank you for believing in our students. Thank you for believing in the role and mission of Pueblo Community College. We take that role very seriously, and it's our responsibility to make sure that you get a great return on your investment. So, am I proud? You bet I am. Am I most grateful? Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I know this is a big day for our president, so can we give her another round of applause and congratulate her? Fabulous, fabulous. So it's my honor now to introduce our chancellor of our system, the Colorado Community College system, and you all know him very well, Joe Garcia.
I will tell you, it is a great day to be back in Pueblo, and it is just this facility far exceeded what I imagined, Patty, when you first described your vision to me. Let me tell you one thing. Never doubt Patty Erjavik. Never doubt the community of Pueblo. This is very remarkable. You know, I am the chancellor of the system. The system consists of 13 colleges, 35 locations around the state. We're the largest provider of higher education in the state. We serve over 120,000 students every year. None of those colleges have a facility equal to this. I don't think universities have a facility equal to this. I loved how Jason closed. He's getting trained in a hospital to work in a hospital. That really says it all. What do we know about Colorado's needs right now? We know it needs more trained healthcare workers. We know we're going to need about 4,000 new nurses next year alone. We know our healthcare workforce demands are going to increase about 20% over the next decade, precisely because people like me or maybe even Patty are beginning to age a bit, and we're going to need someone to take care of us. And I was excited to meet some of the students earlier because they really have the passion, and now they'll have the equipment, the facility, the faculty to train them for that future. Now, I really want to thank, Mike and St. Mary Corwin, President Banco from Centura, all of the donors that Patty mentioned, because those are the folks who made this possible. And now we have an obligation to deliver on that investment. And I know, Patty, that you and your students and your faculty will do exactly that. They are going to get a return on the investment that is going to pay off for all of Colorado, not just Pueblo, for decades and decades to come. So thank you for the opportunity to be here. I will tell you, when Patty came to me first several years ago and said, I've got this idea, she will tell you that I was skeptical. Well, by nature, I am skeptical. And by nature, Patty is a visionary. And she's demonstrated that in the outcomes that we see here today. So congratulations, Patty. Congratulations to Pueblo. Congratulations to PCC and everybody who helped make this possible. This is a wonderful addition to our system and to the state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor, for being here. We really appreciate you coming down. Now we're going to have the ribbon cutting. So I know Noah from the Latino Chamber, I believe, is here, and Phyllis Zamora, if you guys would come on down. I'm going to first introduce the Executive Director of the Pueblo West Chamber, which I happen to be on the board of, so I got to put the plug in there. But I'd like to introduce Amy Gasparetti to say a couple of words on behalf of the Pueblo West Chamber.
Thank you, Erin. I joke a lot about having grown up in this hospital. And for the simple fact that my grandmother, my mother, and aunts, all of the incredible women who did their best to raise me, works here. So I spent a lot of time here. And of course, I'm a Pueblo native. But these two organizations, the PCC and St. Mary Corwin, have roots that run deep in this community. And we all know that the health of a tree can be judged by its fruit. And you continue to produce amazing fruit. And sometimes it's through struggles and opportunities, and I have watched you make the most of many of those, and this is something to be proud of. I'm glad that you're proud. And the fruit, it's right over here. So no, everybody, whether you had a financial investment in this or not, everybody should be invested in the future of healthcare. We should all be concerned and educated about what's going on in healthcare, because when it comes down to it, and we need it, and we have our children in these hospitals, our grandchildren, our parents, and us, we want the best. So thank you for producing good fruit. Thank you for being part of this. You are greatly needed. So I just want to offer our congratulations on behalf of the Pueblo West Chamber of Commerce. Oh, and if I can have Dr. Erjavik and Mike Cafaso, I do have my board chair, Terry Boffman, here, and she has a shadow box to present you. Usually people are excited to get these to hang as a commemorative piece, and I'll tell you, it will be our honor, and we will be very proud to have a piece of this hanging in here, and remember being a part of this day. So if you want to get some pictures over here.
What's that? If you want to go ahead and take a photo. And next up, we have three fabulous chambers here in our community. I actually used to also work at the Pueblo Chamber of Commerce many, many years ago, and so I am very, very close to this wonderful lady. She's the vice president of the Greater Pueblo Chamber of Commerce, my friend Phyllis Zamora.
Thank you, Erin. And I know whenever she calls me, we haven't lost touch, but whenever she calls me, I know there's something exciting going on in Pueblo and with PCC. So congratulations. You know, the Greater Pueblo Chamber, we don't always concentrate just on business and tourism. People are visiting, but we have a lot of people who talk to us about relocating to Pueblo, and what they're interested in all the time is usually our hospitals, universities, colleges, and learning centers. So this is truly a great day for Pueblo. I know how important learning centers are, especially for the hospitals and people who are going into that field. So on behalf of the Greater Pueblo Chamber, congratulations, Dr. Patty Erjavik, Mike Cafaso, all these great students. Remember my face too. And a lot of my family's out here who they also work here. And our board and ambassadors, they're going to spread the word to talk about all the great things you're doing. So congratulations.
Thank you, Phyllis. And not least and by any means, I'd like to introduce Noah Comerford. He's the Executive Director of the Latino Chamber of Commerce. Come on up, Noah.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you for allowing myself and the Latino Chamber to play a part in such a special day and to be able to market the ribbon cutting for you guys. This is a huge accomplishment, not only for PCC, for Pueblo, but all of us in this room. This new state-of-the-art facility is a huge boost for all of Pueblo as well as the region and the state as a whole. I think it's fair to say we all know that the state has had a nursing shortage for the betterment of a decade. And adding a 4-year nursing program as well as a facility like this and having a great student base to my left, I think that this is certainly a solution that will put us in the right direction, and I know that it will also allow more students to pursue their dream of nursing and taking care of all of us. But Pueblo and PCC are both really, really special for many reasons, and having PCC in our own backyard has served as a great resource that we're able to brag about, attract talented individuals, as well as attract new businesses, which is what Petco and the chambers do for Pueblo. But other than that, great job to the PCC staff, Patty Arjavik, the students. Thank you all. Even though I am not a graduate of PCC, I know that if I go back to school or have an afterlife, I know exactly where I'll be. Thank you.
You know, our Office of Recruitment's right in the back, so we can take care of that. So, yeah. So it's now time for our official ribbon cutting ceremony. Would all of our speakers please come up to get a pair of scissors, and come cut the ribbon with us. Countdown for you. Everybody ready? Okay. Everybody look for a picture first, of course. Make sure you're smiling. All right. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.